What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Adam Mentality World. We got a last-minute predictions video for UFC 205, a ginormously stacked UFC 205, like pancakes, from the bottom to the top. We got the early prelims, we got the prelims, we got the main card. This is going to be the greatest UFC card ever. Let's see if Conor McGregor can pull it off and definitely make it the best one ever. So first, I'm not even going to talk about the early prelims or the prelims because just so many matches. We're going to go right to the main card. So the first fight, we got Miesha Tate versus Raquel Pennington. Basically identical. I'm gonna go with my girl Miesha Tate just because I like her so much. I hope she wins. There's complete bias on this one, 100%. I don't know who's gonna win. I just want Miesha Tate to win. The second fight, we got Chris Weidman versus OMeara for possibly the #1 contendership for the middleweight championship of the world. They're fighting in New York City. I think Chris Weidman is a very patriotic person, very proud person. I think he's gonna go out there with an extra little initiative. I think he's going to pull it off and beat OMeara. I think, I'm going to say TKO third round. That's how I think he's going to win against OMeara. The third fight on the main card is for the first UFC title. That is between Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Carolina. It starts with a K. I can't say. I'm sorry. I'm not from Poland. Joanna's a beast. She's a monster. She's given nose jobs to everybody that's ever fought her, ever. They go in with her one way and they come out and their face looks like pizza or lasagna. Like I said, she's a beast. And you got Carolina. She just recently beat out Rose, I think, to decision. So that kind of, in your mind, you're like, oh, okay, she only gets decision victories. But if you remember a young lady named Holly Holmes who had 2 fights in the UFC and she went to decision in both of them. Then she went against Ronda Rousey for the championship. And then she just realigned her face and kicked her to next week. Kicked her so hard that she didn't even fight for an entire year, and now she's finally going to fight next month. I think Joanna's going to pull it off. I'm rooting for Carolina just because Carolina seems like a nice person. And like I said, two bad things for Joanna is Joanna just changed camps, and that's usually never a good sign if you go like, oh, I'm training with this guy. This is the guy that got me to the belt, and all of a sudden, I'm going to go to this guy. So she's at, I believe, American Top Team. So it's always hard when people transfer and they go change from person to person, from team to team. But also, when they had the little stare down, Joanna's like, and pushed Carolina, which is, first of all, mean, not nice. You shouldn't be doing that. Second, that shows that you're kind of emotionally charged. But who knows? Maybe she's playing mind games. But I'm going to go. I think Joanna's going to win it. But I would love to see Carolina come out as a UFC champ. The fourth match we have on the card, the main card, we have it for the welterweight championship of the world between the champ, Tyron Woodley, and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson got very evasive, he's got that karate style. He's also from South Carolina like me, so I'm kind of leaning towards that guy. And then you got Tyron Woodley, who's been pretty much a beast, whatever. He knocked out Robbie Lawler with one punch. People didn't see that one come, especially Robbie Lawler. I don't know. If Tyron Woodley's going to win, he's going to have to apply pressure to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. He's going to have to get in his face and not let him have that distance. Otherwise, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is just going to pick him off with his karate kicks and spinning stuff and all that kind of stuff. Just depends on if Tyron gets frustrated and just kind of like keeps getting hit and leaves some space. He's got to rush in. He's got to grab him, take him to the ground, and beat him. Once again, I feel like everybody I'm rooting for is not going to win. I think Tyron Woodley's going to win, but I'm rooting for Wonderboy Thompson only because he's from South Carolina like me. It'd be cool to have a first ever South Carolina UFC champion. I mean, second to me. Here we go, people. This is the main event. The reason why people come to UFC 205, the reason why it is so massive, not because it's in Madison Square Garden, not because there's 3 titles on the line. It's because this title is on the line. The lightweight championship of the world. It's got Eddie Alvarez, who's newly became champ after he knocks out Rafael dos Anjos right before UFC 200. And then you got Conor McGregor, the notorious Conor McGregor, going against Robbie Lawler for his 155 belt. Conor's, of course, already the featherweight champ. He wants to be a 2-time champ, one on each shoulder. He's got to do the same game plan. They got to do the same thing, just like I said, with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Tyron Woodley. Robbie Lawler, I keep saying Robbie Lawler. It's not Robbie Lawler. It's Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez has to get in. He has to pressure Conor McGregor. He has to go at him. If he leaves some distance, Conor McGregor's going to pick him apart. He's got like a 5-inch reach advantage, which doesn't sound like much, but it is huge when you're fighting in the UFC. So if Conor can keep away from him and kind of pick him apart and hit him with that left, he's going to put him out. So Eddie Alvarez, some bald white guys, they all look the same. Eddie Alvarez has to come at him. He has to apply pressure. He can't leave the distance. He's got to go in there. He's got to smother him. He's going to have to wrestle him to the ground, punch him. That's the only way he can beat Conor McGregor. The thing is, any other fight, before Nate Diaz, you could see Conor McGregor had the advantage mentally. He was in their brain. With Nate Diaz actually got into Conor's head, and then he beat him. Then they had the rematch, and then Conor won. But this one is different because I think Robbie Lawler is in Conor's head, and I think Conor is in Robbie Lawler's head. So there's no telling who's going to win this one. I think they're both going to go in emotionally charged, which you never want to do. I said, apparently you never want to go into a fight emotional because then you just start swinging for the fences. You're not using your tactics. Also, there's the secret that Conor McGregor was going to reveal after, and apparently Eddie Alvarez released that and said that Conor McGregor's having 2 kids, and one by his girlfriend and one by another chick, which can also get in your brain because you're like, great, I was going to tell everybody in the world that live, and now this jerk who I'm fighting just told everybody. So, my predictions for this particular match. I think this one's tough. I really want Conor to win just so he can have the 2 belts. Like I said, he's done a lot for the sport, earned a lot. Like I said, he put everybody on the map. Like I said, the reason why this is so big is not because it's in Madison Square Garden. It's because Conor McGregor talked it up and everybody loves Conor or hates him. He's kind of like Donald Trump right now. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to say Conor McGregor wins via TKO 2nd round. We'll find out tonight. Let me know what you think. That is it. Like, subscribe, comment. Hope everybody enjoys the show. Peace.